We all want that peace of mind, the feeling of making a truly smart purchase, one that won't leave us stranded or drain our life savings at the mechanic's shop. This channel is built for people who value reliability, simple maintenance, and honest value, especially our viewers who remember when cars were truly built to last. That's why today, we're doing the opposite of what we usually do. We're cutting through the marketing hype to expose the 5 popular cars that mechanics see come into the shop over and over with the same devastating, wallet-destroying problems. We're talking about chronic, costly failures. Issues like early transmission failure, massive electrical headaches, and engine problems that can cost more to fix than the car is worth. This list is based on deep analysis of repair data from experts like RepairPal and reports from real mechanics, the people who know the truth about what's inside these vehicles. If you're looking for a dependable vehicle to take you past 300,000 miles without a worry, these are the cars we must avoid. Stick with us, because missing this list could be the most expensive mistake you ever make. The first vehicle on our list, and one that causes instant sighs from mechanics, is the Nissan Rogue from the 2013 through 2017 model years. This SUV looks like the perfect reliable family vehicle for budget-minded buyers. It's practical, affordable used, and gets decent gas mileage. But here is the secret that will destroy your peace of mind. It uses Nissan's continuously variable transmission, or CVT. While all modern manufacturers are moving to CVTs, the units in these specific Nissan years are notorious for their premature, catastrophic failure. We're talking about a transmission that often fails well before 100,000 miles. For our audience who values getting a car to 300,000 miles, this is simply unacceptable. The chronic issues include loss of acceleration, shuddering, and eventually, the car will just stop moving. The biggest fear for our community is expensive maintenance, and this is the definition of that fear. When this CVT fails, it's rarely a simple fix. It almost always requires a complete replacement. The average cost to replace a Nissan CVT can range from $3,500 to over $5,000 or more. That single repair bill immediately wipes out any money you thought you saved buying a cheaper used SUV. RepairPal data suggests the average annual repair cost for a Nissan Rogue is around $467, but that figure jumps massively when the transmission dies. If you want a dependable car that allows for basic worry-free ownership, we must avoid these model years. Next on our list of cars to avoid is the Ford Focus and the Ford Fiesta from 2012 through 2017. These cars are incredibly popular used buys because they're small, great on gas, and the price looks right, aligning with the buy cheap, use much desire of our audience. However, these years carry a devastating secret in the drivetrain: the infamous power shift dual clutch transmission, DCT. When you buy a used car, you want simplicity and dependability. This transmission is the opposite. It's a chronic nightmare known for excessive shuddering, hesitation, difficulty shifting, and ultimately, a complete and expensive failure. The problems are so widespread that Ford faced numerous lawsuits and had to offer extended warranties because the transmission's design was fundamentally flawed. Mechanics know that fixing this DCT is a losing battle. It often requires multiple, costly repairs, new clutches, or an entire transmission replacement. According to data, the average annual repair cost for a Ford Focus is around $560, but this jumps dramatically once the transmission issues start. The moment this power shift DCT acts up, your smart purchase turns into an instant financial trap. When a mechanic advises against these models, they are protecting you from the core emotional pain of throwing money away. The third entry on our list brings us to a pair of very popular and attractive used sedans, the Kia Optima, specifically those equipped with the infamous Theta 2 GDI engine. These cars are often purchased by our audience because they offer great features and styling for a low price, making them seem like an intelligent financial choice. But this is the definition of a false economy. where the low initial cost hides a catastrophic risk. The problem here isn't a faulty transmission, it's a devastating engine defect. The Theta 2 GDI engine platform has a notorious history of connecting rod-bearing failures and excessive oil consumption, which often leads to the engine seizing completely. This issue is so widespread that it resulted in massive class action lawsuits, major recalls, and even government investigations because the failures can be sudden and dangerous. For the budget-conscious buyer, an engine failure is the ultimate nightmare. It's the moment your investment turns into scrap metal. A full engine replacement on these models can cost upwards of $7,000, easily exceeding the value of the used car itself. While the average annual maintenance for these models, when running, is relatively low, around $450. The risk of that single catastrophic failure makes these years a definite avoid. When mechanics see these years, they see a client who will soon be facing an impossible repair decision. The fourth vehicle that often causes mechanics to shake their heads is the large American crossover, the Chevrolet Traverse, particularly the first generation running from 2009 through 2017. This vehicle appears to be an ideal used buy for families who need space and utility at a great price. It represents traditional American engineering, which aligns with our audience's sense of nostalgia. But it hides a very expensive durability issue. For our community, a car is a necessity and a workhorse, not a source of constant repairs. The chronic failure in this generation of the Traverse centers on the automatic transmission that is typically paired with the 3.6-liter V6 engine. This transmission is known to fail prematurely, requiring major heavy maintenance that shatters the dream of a simple, worry-free vehicle. This failure taps directly into the fear of expensive maintenance and dependency on the repair shop. When a transmission needs replacing on the Traverse, it is a huge job, and the cost can easily exceed $4,000 or more. While the average annual maintenance cost for a Traverse sits at a reasonable $575, that single transmission failure will instantly empty your savings. We advise caution here. Avoid these specific model years to secure the peace of mind that comes with knowing you won't face a massive, unexpected transmission bill. If you also value peace of mind and hate throwing money away on expensive maintenance, show your support for our mission to expose expensive lies. Leave your like and subscribe to the channel. This ensures we continue doing this kind of research and helping more people make truly smart purchases. And don't forget, what is your high-mileage car? Share the legendary story of your reliable car in the comments and be part of our community. We arrive at the final vehicle on our list of money traps, the first-generation Jeep Compass, generally covering the 2007 through 2016 model years. These models are often appealing because they have the classic Jeep look and are incredibly cheap on the used market. For our audience, the idea of an affordable SUV that can handle rough roads seems like a smart, practical choice, but mechanics know these vehicles represent a complex, recurring headache. The problem here is a double whammy. These models suffer from a combination of chronic electrical issues and the CVT transmission. The electrical faults are often complex and expensive to diagnose, leading to those frustrating, unfixable bugs that keep you dependent on the repair shop. The CVT transmission, similar to the Nissan units, is known for premature failure, turning a cheap purchase into a massive expense. The greatest fear for a buyer seeking reliability is a car that lives breaking. That is the fate of many first-generation Compass and Patriot owners. When the transmission fails, the replacement cost is often around $4,000 to $5,000. Coupled with an average annual repair cost that can hover around $520, even without a major transmission failure, these models guarantee that loss of peace of mind. If you want true reliability and simplicity, skip these years and look for a legendary classic instead. We hope this list gives you the authority and peace of mind you deserve when buying a car. Remember, our goal is for you to buy once and worry no more, avoiding the trap of expensive maintenance and the frustration of throwing money away. If you value reliability and feel part of our community that seeks long-lasting value, subscribe and like so we can continue our mission of exposing the truth about cars. And now, we want to hear your legend. Which car passed 300,000 miles with you? Share your story in the comments and prove that reliability still exists.